Hello everyone and welcome back to today's showcase on Dark Souls 3. I am the Outrider. God, such a stupid tacky name. Oh, it sounds so bad. The Outrider. I come and I punish the red phantoms that haunt the player's nights. Oh, it sounds so bad. It's gotta laugh, that name. It just sounds like an 80s action hero from one of those golden comic book eras, or the Silver Age, what it's called. The Outrider. Praise the sun, scum. Anyway, today's item is the Irithyll Rapier. Oh, it's one of the few weapons that exhibits frost damage, with the nimbleness of Rapier. Will be any good? Well, the description reads, a thrusting sword ball bestowed upon the Outrider Knights of the Boreal Valley. This weapon is shrouded in frost, causing frostbite. Every Outrider Knight one day devolves into a beast, constantly hunted by Ponlip Sullivan's black eyes. Sounds like a great occupation. The skill is the rare Shield Splitter. Aim carefully and attack a large forward lunge to pierce through enemy shields and inflict damage directly. We shall see. Some weapons have been successful with that, some have not been. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. Anyhow, the visual for the weapon, well, it's quite the Rapier. It's a fencing type. Now, I brought up the picture of the Musketeer's Rapier by DarkKnightArmory.com. Pretty sure they won't mind, it's kind of like free advertising. But anyway, this Rapier is more of the Renaissance variety, going into late stage of, swordplay, where individuals didn't really wear armor anymore. But anyway, it pretty much functions as a plain traditional Rapier, with the crossguard being almost replaced entirely by a handguard. Because at that point, your opponent wasn't really aiming for your hand, and you weren't really crossguarding too much with Rapiers. Your opponent was more or less aiming for your chest region. That was the year these were commonly used. Yes, it was past the point, well, where armor was kind of long and gone, no longer commonplace in battle. But still, it could look like this. There are many different types and shapes. So if they're historical, it could. Maybe. I couldn't find any specific examples, but close enough. Moving on to the stats of the Irithyll Rapier, we can see the physical is surprisingly above average, as most rapiers have a very higher DPS compared to most weapons, and fall beneath physical if not meet the basic physical needs. This one has a little bit more. And even the bonus damage is quite high. That's actually quite a bit of bonus for what I get in terms of physical. Also, we actually get a little bit more critical damage too. 10 more points, which translates roughly to 50 more damage, roughly. And the additional effects also has that 35 frost damage. Not that I find that very useful against common enemies, but in PvP it does has its uses. Attribute bonuses has 2 Ds. One for strength, one for dexterity, with the dexterity one probably being closer to C than strength. Possibly reflected in attribute requirements, with the strength one being 10 and 16 for dexterity. Moving on from this, we got the Shield Splitter move. It doesn't cost very much, only 14 FP. Almost nothing at all to cast. Or use, I should say. Weight is a very light 3.0. It is a Rapier after all. So in all, pretty good weapon. Like, in terms of stats, it's probably the strongest Rapier in the game. Probably by a good margin too. Easily. But let's move on to animations. In animations, the basic attack, well, it's the standard Rapier jab. Very quick. The power attack is a very heavy thrust, but still rather quick. I'm shared across all Rapiers. Two-handed attack is yet again the two-handed thrust. Very quick. Two-handed power attack is the very heavy thrust, but shared across all Rapiers. Then you have the Shield Splitter. A rather rare move, but it's very quick though. And then you have the sprint attack. Quick jab. And not to mention, the kick animations changed. Moving on to upgrade, we can see with the special nature of this weapon, it requires Twinkling Titanite to already use. And we actually get quite a bit of damage out of that. It's only 5 upgrades. Let's see, you get massive upgrades and you go up scale very quickly. And you can see our trade bonuses have since went to C in both categories in those 4 upgrades. which is pretty damn good, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting the strength to go to C. But, however, given its twinkling titanite nature, his weapon cannot be infused with gems, unfortunately. So, but how well does it perform in combat? The idea of the Rapier is to parry or to be incredibly nimble and rely more on your dodging instincts. You can see the backstab does plenty of damage, nearly 500. And power attack is also plenty good. I guess foes with no armor, there's no dramatic change in terms of damage. This weapon should not be impacted by armor. In fact, it should easily get through armor and such. Power attack is plenty powerful. I should have brought that shield, but anyway, the shield splitter move on anyone without a shield, well, it does plenty of damage. At least without armor. Let's try that shield splitter move now. Alright, now see Buddy has give up swinging at me already. And shield, oh no, he's not going to cooperate with me, is he? Does not feel like it. There we go. 288, bypassed. Plenty of damage. Plenty. Okay, I want to try it without... And we do about 330 without a shield up. So, a lot of damage. So there, it doesn't need to break shields, it bypasses them. Now let's try the Gorgal shield. 140, though my Rapier still ricochets off the shield though. Finally on to the Black Knight. More challenging foe given his quick nature and nimbleness with his blade, or axe. But oh well, I'm going to try and get the ricochet in as well in this fight. Not that I'm very good at parrying, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hopefully it won't take too many attempts. As I mentioned, I'm bad at this, but I've yet to actually test that. There we go, good. Damage is, wow, 580. That's a lot. Easily functions as a rapier easily. Moving on to the pros and cons of the Irithyll Rapier. On the pro side, you got that high DPS. It's also incredibly nimble, since it's a rapier. Very nimble. It can bypass shields with its special. And it has that frost damage added. Plenty of pros there. On the cons, it cannot be infused, given its twinkling titanite nature. That's the only true con I can see of this weapon, to be honest. Yeah. Going on to the score for the Irithyll Rapier. Damage gets 7 out of 10. Plenty of damage, and even the DPS definitely adds to that. Reach gets 5 out of 10. It's no longer than any other longsword. Animation gets 4 out of 10. There isn't that many Reapers, but this one added no new animations at all. At least has the somewhat very uncommon shield splitter move. Bonus gets 8 out of 10. There's a lot of bonus coming out of that. Plenty of strength and a lot of dexterity. Miscellaneous gets 7 out of 10. It has the frost damage, it's quick, and it can even bypass shields. That's plenty worth lots of points there. So in total, the Irithyll Rapier gets 31 out of 50, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Rapier is not made to be the best weapon category in the game, bursting enemies. Against players, they work wonderfully. So every outrider needs his weapon. Maybe my red phantom hunting days are over. Maybe not. More just fight clubs for me at this point. And this weapon is plenty worthy of those fight clubs. Quick, frost damage, bypasses shields. That's pretty awesome. If only the animations are a bit better. But oh well, I still find it awesome. But that's been showcased for today. I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care out there.